All right, people, what the hell is going on? It is Sunday, the day before President's Day. I'm gonna close this door here. Y'all don't need to hear all that. And sitting in the house chilling, trying to do a little bit of cleaning. And so it looks somewhat presentable down here. It looked the fucking same. But I did manage to wash some dishes. I managed to only have out like a glass, not my little drink glass I got here. Whatever bowl I'm gonna use and whatever fork and spoon I'm gonna use, and try to leave it at the fuck that. Cinnamon whiskey. What I want to talk about today. I just got a message on Facebook dating. I want to say it's been a while since I made one of these videos, but if you just look at the dates and times that I post this type of shit, it probably hadn't been that long, but it's, you know, a few weeks, because I hadn't been on it too much. Just some outside shit going on in my life. Well, that hadn't, you know, the dating shit hadn't been, you know, on I ain't gonna say it got moved down in the priority list. Let's just put it like that. So I got a message today from Facebook. Such and such matched and sent you a message. Such and such matched and sent you. So I go to check this because, you know, it's very rarely, you know, I get a message that I didn't initiate. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit, I got a message from somebody. Let me see what the hell they talking about. I go and look, and it, you know, you go to Facebook Date and they send you to the match page, and that was the profile they had up there. Such and such match with you, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, and can't. And it said it matched, but apparently it didn't. Well, I matched, and then she probably sent me a message and then unmatched, but it still showed her as a match. So I hit the match, and then it showed her in my matches, and then it showed her matches. It showed her in my matches. God damn it, I can't talk. And then the message. I went and read the message. Man, if I can, I'll put the picture up here. That's if I can. I got the picture. I screenshot the shit, but it really ain't that goddamn important. But, and what the message was, hello. Invest in a bulletproof vest with your mouth. Yeah. And then, you know, of course, if it said invested down there, I had to, you know, okay, she meant invested in a bulletproof vest. Invest in a bulletproof vest with all that mouth. I'm like, I'm reading, I'm trying to process this shit. She said, invest in a bulletproof vest with all that mouth. You are your own drama. Learn to shut the hell up. I'm like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? You in my inbox talking shit to me. I ain't said not one word to you. You read my dating profile and took it some kind of way. I don't know. My dating profile is full of shit that's wrong with me that I can't do. You know, that's it. That's literally it. If it's some shit I can't do, it's in there, like traveling and all kind of other shit. It's in there. My vision and all this other stuff is in there. It's just like, you know, what about that shit offended you to the point to where you had to message me and say I'm my own drama? I need to learn to shut the hell up. And you know, and I can only make up my own narrative about that because what the fuck do you mean? I didn't say I was talking shit about people. I'm telling folks about myself. I'm just one of those people when you know, my data profiles are pretty self-deprecating by design. So I would get that kind of reaction right there. If it's something you don't like, you can move the hell on. You ain't got to send me no messages like that, though. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do all that. So I'm like, okay. You know, but I read her profile. And, you know, because I usually do that. If I don't read profiles until they're, you know, actual messages start going back and forth. Because in that case, you just end up reading a whole bunch of profiles for nothing. Because most times you don't get a reply when you send messages out. That's just how the shit works. So I only read the profiles that I actually get a message from. But I read her profile. Her shit ain't no better than mine. She one of them. I'm a self-deprecating motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you all the shit that's wrong with me and all kind of shit like that. And her profile is all this, you gotta have your shit in order and all kind of other shit like that. And I'm like, yo, yeah, her profile, and I ain't get the chance to because I told her to go fuck herself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure that she got that because I had to rematch with her, you know, on the original screen to see the message. So I had to rematch just to see the message I messaged. I read her message. I gave her the little bullshit thumbs up, and then I told her to go fuck herself. And not too long after I took the screenshot, that match disappeared, which means she probably saw it. Because I was going to just delete the conversation like I've had to do a couple times the last few days. You know, you just go up there, delete conversation. Well, you have to go, yeah, you go in the upper right corner somewhere. You just hit delete conversation. It'll take that shit out your inbox and deactivate that conversation, and that'll take the match away. But apparently she got the message that I sent her, and I had looked up and it went bloop, it disappeared. And I was like, good, because I was about to do it. I'm like, why are you talking shit to me? You know what I'm saying? I didn't bother you at all. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember what her profile said, but it was like, you gotta have your own shit, all that bullshit, all this other stuff. And it had some shit about, it was two things she mentioned, I can't recall. It had some, you know, don't bother if you need glasses or you need something else like that. It was two things that was, you know, if you need glasses or you need this, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, she ain't interested or something like that. Like, bitch, you wearing glasses. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? You gonna, I can't even pull out my goddamn vocabulary. I'm so crunk about this shit. You know, but you put a restriction on motherfuckers that wear glasses. I'm looking at your profile. You wearing goddamn glasses. Matter of fact, get the fuck out of here. And, not to bury the lead, but this come from a 63-year-old ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? Every time I run across somebody that old, and this ain't the first time I ran across some bullshit with somebody in their 60s. You know what I'm saying? You know, it ain't, I run across stupid shit with people in their 60s, but stupid shit is a kind of broad thing. It's always something different. This is just straight up lunacy right here. You know, this is straight up lunacy. This is what you're doing? You know, you messaging people, telling them they need to talking shit. Obviously, you know, because you probably got a whole closet full of bulletproof vests. The way you approaching people, you know what I'm saying? The way you approaching people, you must fucking know. Copy my inbox, you know, telling me I need to learn to shut the hell up. Bitch, why? Why? You don't have to talk to me. You didn't have to send the fucking message. That's what's going through my head. You know what I'm saying? You like, we ain't got to have shit to do with each other. You read my profile, you don't like it, move the fuck on. That's what I do. I run across somebody's profile, I don't like it, I move the fuck on. You know, I done had to deactivate like 2 conversations the last couple of days. And it's when I was going through the deactivated conversations on Facebook, hell, there was some people in there that did the same to me. And they did it on the initial message. My little message I send out to people, hey, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. and you look down, it ain't no reply or nothing. It's just your message there, and the shit been deactivated. That means they seen what they seen, and they was like, nope. You could have did that. You know what I'm saying? You could have did just that. Saw what you saw, and just moved the hell on, because I didn't message her. She messaged me. I can understand if I message you, you go read my profile, and you deactivate the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you know, it's kind of shitty, but you know, that's how shit goes. I've had plenty of people do that on several sites. I had it done. In fact, it was done twice. You know what I'm saying? Where motherfucker, conversation be going back and forth, and you know, it had been deactivated. I didn't deactivate it. They deactivated the conversation. You know, when they deactivate the conversation, you can't see who and all that other stuff. All that's blocked off. You can just see the messages. You can just see the fucking messages. Now that do you just see your messages or that message? Whatever. Yeah, once somebody, if you ain't really paying attention, you'll see deactivated conversations, but you'll see conversations that you in. I look down, I'm the last motherfucker that said something. I'm looking at the conversations. I'm like, okay, you try to want to kind of analyze shit and see what's what. You know, did I deactivate the shit because they were talking about shit? You know, because I'm pretty sure that's what most people think about me. Because a lot of times people won't say shit. They just fucking one-word replies to shit. You know, after a certain amount of time, I just delete that shit. You know, bye. You ain't saying shit. I'm talking, but you only, all your replies is either those replies where you don't actually say shit, or them little one-word replies or some shit like that. Or a fucking emoji. I got that shit on there too. Right up at the top that I don't reply to emojis. I didn't have enough characters to say I don't reply to emojis and short replies, because you only get 500 characters. I was just making a little addition to my current profile. I had to delete a little bit at the end to add that shit at the fucking top. Wasn't enough characters, so I just put I don't reply to emojis. Is that what pissed off? Could be. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't missing out on nothing. I can't miss what I ain't had. There's a conversation today. I don't know what the fuck it was. I know I was the last person to say something. You know, somebody will say something, blah, blah, blah. But what you do today? Well, I was just sitting around the house, did a little bit cleaning, blah, blah, blah. Some, you know. Then you're looking in. Apparently, they don't like the fact that you were sitting around the house and cleaning and whatnot. So they just ended the conversation. Or they could have went and read my profile, because I updated my profile. You know what I'm saying? I updated my profile last week, I think. Essentially, it's the same profile. It's just 3 little lines at the top. You know, shit that you probably should want to know before you even get down to the bottom. You know, it is what it is, because I got at least 3 ongoing conversations right now. And I'm pretty sure they done read the profile by now. You know what I'm saying? It's been over the course of some days. You know, I'm pretty sure they done read the profile. So, even without that little addendum, you know what I'm saying? It's the same fucking thing. If it ain't your thing, it ain't your thing. I'm not gonna get upset. But some shit is just kind of noteworthy, like this shit is. You know, I get that shit from time to time. Or something close to it, but not as bad. I ain't got nobody telling me to shut the hell up or no shit like that. But the fact that it came from a 63-year-old. You know, it came from a 63-year-old. You would think that by the time you got to that age, that shit would have been out of your system. Most time people in their 60s are in chill mode, man. If it's something that upset them or some shit like that, you done learned and lived enough to let shit just go on by and don't even worry about it. I'm pretty sure that's somebody who done got their ass whooped at some point. You know what I'm saying? You 63, single, you better be widowed. You know what I'm saying? You better not be one of them motherfuckers that's been out in the dating game for the last 20, 30 years and you still fucking single at 63 because you a bitch. You know, it happens. If your ass is single now, you better be widowed or recently divorced or some shit to where you just like, you ain't used to being out in the dating game and knowing how to talk to folks, you know, dealing with this whole, you know, internet dating thing. It's hard to get it's hard to get in tune with, but that's some shit right there that's in somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's her. That's your personality there. You just a bitch. You know, I like I said, it don't upset me. It's entertaining more than it's upsetting, because it gives me something to fucking talk about, because all I do is sit in the house all goddamn day. So I'm like, this heifer here. And that got me into the inbox to where I was like, okay, let me check some of these. I just stopped paying attention to that shit altogether. Look through the inbox, the deleted, deactivated messages, and so I'm like, goddamn, there's at least 2 or 3 in here since the last time I done had to do it. And when I looked at those, I was like, yeah, well, you know, conversation wasn't going nowhere. You know, one of them I know I did, and the other ones was they ended the conversation. You know, whatever. Cat, stop crunching that damn cat food while I'm talking. And I think Hinge is another site, and Match too. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Match don't go nowhere. That goes for all the dating apps I've been on. BLK, all the Match sites, you know, like BB, Big Beautiful People Meet, Black People Meet, Match. They all look the same. All 3 of those look the same, because Match updated all those sites. Now all those sites under Match. Match is like the big main one. Then you got Black People Meet, Big Beautiful People Meet. There's probably a few other ones in there. They updated all of those, so they actually look like the Match. They look and operate just like the Match. They used to all be different. Same thing on those. There's messages on there, blah, blah, blah. And like on Match, you get your messages, your current messages, but after a certain time, those get archived. If ain't nobody going back and forth, the messages get archived, and I don't even know what that means. I see it show that you got such and such amount of messages archived. I'm like, well, they not active. I ain't finna go look. You know what I'm saying? If it get down to that point, that means ain't no, you know, you ain't interested. Because I am rarely the last motherfucker to send. Well, it's the opposite. I'm almost always the last motherfucker to send a message. You know what I'm saying? I'm always, you know, I get it, I reply. I reply. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of part of how it works. Now, if I've had somebody ask for a exchange phone number, somebody sent me their phone number last week, and we texted a couple times. I ain't heard from them, so, you know, it's that one text message. It was like, you text, blah, 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 back and forth, and then it ain't really shit after that. And then last week, somebody hit me up and was like, let's video chat. And I rolled my eyes immediately. I was like, oh, here we go. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck it. I broke my no video chat rule and immediately regretted it. So from this point on, she fucked it up for everybody. No video chat. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk? Get on the fucking phone, whatever the fuck. We not video chatting. That shit requires too much attention for nothing. If you ain't about to show some pussy or some ass on video chat, I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious as hell. Why the fuck? You know, what the fuck am I looking at? Because I hop on a video chat. Because most time I hop on a video chat, motherfuckers is doing everything but video chat. This alpha had video chat, so I'm sitting there uncomfortable laying down because, you know, it's lit up in here now. But most times these lights is off. Like Ray Charles, or what I need the lights for. So, you know, the only reason I got the lights on because I'm recording. But, you know, video chatting, I'm like, it's dark in here. The only light she had was from the TV, you know, shining on my face so you can actually see who the fuck I was or whatnot. Man, we didn't get along. First of all, I don't know how that, you know, you put your parameters and shit now, you still end up matched up with people. She way in fucking Minnesota, man. I'm like, oh. You know, you start talking to somebody, then you go look at the profile, kind of do all the little checks and shit to make sure. And I went, bitches in fucking Minnesota. Yeah, you know, I'm just like, whatever. But she and you know, you start talking about stuff that you're interested in. Ain't none of that clicking. She one of those people that like reality TV and all that time. I hate that shit. All that shit is stupid as fuck to me. You know what I'm saying? It is. Only kind of reality TV I like is fucking like First 48, you know, My 600-Pound Life, or maybe Hoarders or something like that. But that other shit, no, I don't, you know, do you know such and such? I don't even know who the fuck that is. Motherfuckers start naming people that be on shit. I don't watch them stupid game shows. I don't watch none of that shit. The shit that I watch on YouTube is probably dumber than that. And I admit that. You know what I'm saying? I admit that, but it fills a purpose, you know what I'm saying? The shit that I watch on YouTube, if it ain't something specific, it's usually a VOD or something like that. Some long 4-5 hour video of somebody just sitting there playing the game and talking to chat. You know what I'm saying? It's like background noise or something like that. It ain't really something I'm paying attention to. It's something I got going while I'm playing my game and shit like that. And then she want to talk about the fucking George Floyd. She gonna ask me, what about your boy? What you think about your boy, Lil J, J Prince or something, whatever the fuck she said. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally did. She was like, what you think about J Prince? What the fuck you mean what I think about J Prince? What the fuck that got to do with anything? You know what I'm saying? And then she want to talk about the George Floyd shit because she's up there in that area. Like, she just so happened to be in an area in Kentucky or somewhere when some shit happened like that. And then she just so happened to be in Minneapolis when the George Floyd shit happened. And she like right in that area where she probably frequents that little area where the killing happened. You know, she telling me about the, you know, it's a store over there that's, you know, that ain't been open since and all this other. I want to sit here and talk about no goddamn George Floyd. Rest in peace. I didn't mean to say it like that, but I don't want to talk about no goddamn George Floyd. Bringing up that shit. I'm like, you know, I'm telling you, man, I don't be watching the news like that. Yeah, and that happened right after I was talking about I don't be watching the news. You start bringing up news shit. I'm like, man, there's certain general shit that people know about. You know, I'm like, well, I'm down here in Houston. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a connection between that shit, Houston and George Floyd and all that other shit. I told her I might have went to school with him. You know, he a little bit older than me. I think he was at Jack Yates when I was a freshman. You know what I'm saying? While I was a freshman, he might have been a senior on his way out. Not that I mean, matter of fact, if that's true, that means we done been on the same football field because, you know, he played football up there. But he was on, I wouldn't have never been nowhere around him because I would have been on the freshman team and we wouldn't, you know, we practiced separate from varsity. But I'm like, I don't want to talk about that shit. Ask me about some stuff. I tried to maintain the conversation, but, you know, I did the best I could until I don't know what the fuck happened. She was doing something and the call ended. So I was like, well, if she called back, she called back. Because I had to go and now I still got to deactivate Duo on my phone because I'm not video chatting with nobody. You want to see me that bad, bring your ass over here. But she called me the next day. You got my phone number, so that's why I don't video chat with people because that's all they want to fucking do. You got my phone number. Call, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Call. She video chat me one time, and then was like, I tried to answer, but it wouldn't connect for whatever reason, so whatever. And I think, I don't know if it was the next day or later. I don't know. I think it might have been the next day or whatever the fuck. I don't know. She sent me a message. Saying, she said, I know you see me call you. Matter of fact, yeah, it was on Plenty of Fish. She sent me a message on Plenty of Fish. Not the time that that the call didn't connect, but it was a time she tried to call me after that. And she was like, I know you seen me try to call you. Like, heifer, I'm usually asleep between 8 and 3. You know what I'm saying? That's generally when I'm asleep. Between 8 and 3. I'm usually asleep. By the time 8 o'clock come, I'm thinking about going to bed. Because generally during the week, I got to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning and do what the hell I'm going to do, or get ready to do what I'm going to do. So, yeah, I mean, that's bedtime for me. So at that point, I had already been asleep. So yes, she tried to call me or whatever the fuck, and then you hit me up the next day. That's a red flag right there. At that point, I don't talk to you no more. You charge me up about some shit, talking about, I know you see me try to, I don't talk to you no more. You out of there. First of all, we ain't a match, and you all the way in fucking Minnesota. You know, and she don't look like somebody that you would bend rules for. You know, it just is like that. You know what I'm saying? Not to be like too shallow, no shit like that. But yeah, you ain't a motherfucker I would bend rules for. And a lot better looking people be trying to video chat with me than that shit. And I'm like, man, I'm not doing this shit. Now it's just like, because one person asked me to video chat probably a couple of weeks ago. I told her I don't video chat, and that conversation ended right after that. And that was a nice looking woman too. That was a nice looking woman. But you know, just pull that shit. It's like I say, the chick that wanted to exchange numbers. It was like right at the beginning. As soon as you get in the inbox, she want to exchange numbers. That's a red flag. Why? Because the shit never turns out well. It don't. Anytime a motherfucker want to exchange numbers real fast, it don't never turn out well. I didn't chat. We didn't even have I mean, only about 3 or 4 text messages that went back and forth since we exchanged numbers. It's pointless. We could have did that shit on the fucking app. You know what I'm saying? The people don't know my habits. I generally don't call people first. It just, I don't. You know what I'm saying? You would get a text, but if you want to call, I don't call people because I ain't got shit that I want to talk to you about. If I call you, it's for a specific reason. I ain't calling you, hey, what you doing? Yeah, nah. Rarely does that happen. Rarely. If I do that shit, that means I'm going through something. If I'm just calling you just to be on the phone or some shit like that, that ain't what I do. Now, if you call me, that's different. You know what I'm saying? I'll entertain the conversation if you call me, but but folks that do that phone swap shit right after I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be no goddamn difference because you give me a number, I'm gonna text you. I'm not finna call you. Now, I will return a call if we swap numbers. You know what I'm saying? But that's different. You know, I return calls, but I'm not, I don't initiate them shits. I'll be like, blah, 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 send you a text message and you can roll and take however long it takes you to reply to that shit, whatever the hell. That's the beauty of text message. Motherfuckers send you unless you know that y'all going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes y'all, you pretty much know that y'all sitting there, boom, 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 okay? You get a message, all right, boom, boom, boom. You pretty much know that. It ain't one of them things where you texting and they at work and you at work or some shit and it's gonna be some gaps in there, some shit like that. Some people don't understand that. I see you busy. Just wait. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker just sitting here waiting. Get your ass on something to do. That shit pissed me off too. Motherfucker, I ain't texting fast enough for you. Motherfucker start sending mad texts because you ain't texting fast enough. Man, get the fuck out of here. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It fucking happens. What the fuck am I supposed to do? But, I mean, that's pretty much it for now, though. Ain't too much else been going on. It's just that happened today. Then, like I said, within the last week or so, some minor shit been going on the dating apps. I ain't gotten close. I hadn't had a decent conversation with nobody on them dating apps. I said that I was going to was going to lighten up this year to try to make it easier for me to actually go. But at this point, I ain't met nobody that I wanted to get out and meet. You know what I'm saying? And even if it wasn't that on the surface, I ain't talked to nobody on that level. You know what I'm saying? The little text message, the number swaps and all that shit, none of it goes past day 2. You know, after the first conversation or a couple of messages go back and forth, it usually then fizzled out. You know what I'm saying? It usually then fizzled out or some shit like that. And whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Right now, what was I doing? I'm finna eat. I got a shit right here. I had to put it in this big bowl. This is a cheeseburger bowl. It didn't come in this big mixing bowl, but I had to put it in here. From the burger joint, they got a cheeseburger bowl. This is like it was buy one, get one. So I had one of these last night, and I had this one today. Where you put, it got the burger fixing. It's lettuce, diced tomatoes, some onion, and some cheese. I think that's it. I had added bacon to this order, so you get like bacon. You got to break up. They give you bacon and some cut up beef. Now the beef don't look like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to actually get the container of the beef, the cut up patty, and break and crumble that shit up in there. And the same thing with the bacon. It ain't cut up bacon. You got to take the bacon and break this shit apart. They know you putting the shit in there. Why they can't get that same amount of beef, the same amount of bacon, and just chop it up, throw it in the container if you don't want to just already put the shit together. Take the beef, dice that shit up, crumble it up, whatever. And then, but the bowl itself, because this thing, you see how full this is. The bowl it come in, and it come with like a dressing to put on there. The other bowl is not that much smaller than this. So, you know, you got to mix that shit together because the fixings ain't all mixed up. You got cheese over here, onions over here, lettuce and shit over here. And tomatoes, you know, that shit got to be tossed like this right here. All the other, because I had to dump it in there, all the mixings and shit, the separate pieces is underneath the lettuce under the bowl, but it's all separated. So I gotta, before I eat this, I gotta toss this shit all over the place to make sure it's all mixed. But the bowl that they give you is full of the salad part. You hadn't put the meat on it yet, and it's not separated. So you can't fucking try to mix and toss the shit up without it falling all out the goddamn bowl. I'm like, y'all, And I remember, like I say, this is the second time I done seen this shit on there. This is one of them things you would only buy this if it's fucking, you would only buy this if it's buy one, get one. I would literally would have been better off with buying an actual, just buying a burger. But I was trying to do the whole smart thing and try to just get something without the bread. Speaking with the bread, I got a Walmart order that's supposed to be coming. It's supposed to be in here by now. It's dark outside. I made that order this morning. God damn it. But yeah, I'm gonna munch on this. And I got some other food in there cooking. That's primarily for tomorrow. So, you know, when I get ready to eat, the only thing I'm gonna have to do is just go in there and throw some shit in the microwave and be done. Oh man. Woo. But anyway, I'm finna I'm finna resume my fucking I'm finna wait on my goddamn groceries to get here. That's what I'm finna do. I need to turn the porch light on. Is the porch light on? Yeah. Get myself ready to do nothing. It's a holiday tomorrow, so I won't be doing nothing there neither. So anyway, hope y'all enjoying your weekend, and I will catch y'all on the flip side.